American Addiction Center says 150 people die each day from overdoses related to synthetic opioids like fentanyl. That's another reason Brown County has declared fentanyl use as a public health emergency. It is a statistic that hits close to home for one Green Bay man who turned his life around after being addicted to that drug.
5 years ago, I got introduced to fentanyl. I had been using heroin for several years.
From the moment Peter Silsky first tried fentanyl, he was hooked.
No matter the consequence, I just couldn't quit.
He says he would do anything to get the drug, despite repeatedly being on the brink of death.
I got to a point where I was being hospitalized for overdose almost weekly. I was playing Russian roulette with my life.
Yet that was not enough to stop him. In fact, he says when other people found out he OD'd, they would go looking for who was supplying it to him to get the same high.
The problem with fentanyl is you never know the quantity or quality that you're getting, and every use could be your last.
The problem is so great, many times people who are using drugs have no idea that fentanyl might be mixed in.
Fentanyl is in the middle schools, in the high schools, it's all around the colleges. The problem with fentanyl is it's now being laced into other street drugs and into other pills.
Silsky is now 3 years drug-free.
Now we've put in a lot of work to try and research these different avenues.
He works as an operations manager at Manna for Life in Green Bay, helping others on their journey to recovery. That includes keeping the kitchen running for meals and helping maintain and run the thrift shop.
We also utilize this for refugees. We had a lot of the Ukrainian refugees come through. So when people come in, they need something for the house, we got a kitchen table to give them. A desk.
One of the biggest obstacles addicts face is not having a detox center to go to locally.
There's several treatment options, like Jackie Nitschke Center is wonderful for that, but before that, to break the physical dependence and get somebody cleared of some of the mental obsession, the detox is imperative.
He hopes that by sharing his story,
it's not just my personal recovery, but it's being able to have a positive impact on the Green Bay community.
He will help save someone else's life.
There's just so much support here for people who really want it and are willing to put in the work. There's many avenues open.
Putting a face to a crisis in Brown County and beyond.
And we got a whole
Thanks again to Peter for sharing his story there. As we mentioned, there are a ton of resources available for someone who might be struggling. And actually coming up later this month, a drive specifically for those who might be suffering from addiction. You can find that help on our website at wearegreenbay.com.